Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney alongside Scarlett Flume. We're joined by Bloomberg's Denitsa Sakova. Denitsa, what are you looking at today?
Let's start with Hewlett Packard. Pretty rough day today. The ticker is HPE. The stock fell 8% and more in earlier trading. The company gave an outlook for profit and cash flow for the upcoming year that fell short by a large margin. Earnings, excluding some items, will be $2.20 to $2.40. This is way lower than what the street was expecting. And more importantly, the cash flow number was between 1.5 billion and 2 billion projection. And that was the result, and the projection was 2.4 billion. So massive gap there. Hewlett Packard is dealing with tighter margin. A part of the company has been building servers with expensive AI chips. HPE is betting on networking as a major area of growth. The company intends to achieve greater profitability in the future, but it has seen a big drop today. The company is still up 7% year to date, but some pressure on this high AI spending we're seeing from the company.
All right, and HPE is the ticker there for Hewlett Packard. Let's move on to Salesforce, which did not report earnings because its earnings report is not due until later on, but I guess it gave guidance.
Yeah, guidance, and we're seeing quite the reaction there. The stock is up nearly 7%. The company forecasts that revenue growth will accelerate to double digits. Salesforce expects 60 billion in annual revenue. This, of course, excludes some numbers, but this is by January 2030. Salesforce has had a really tough year. It was down about 29%. Coming into this, Salesforce, of course, is a leader in customer management software, but it seems like the street has been cooling on that part of the industry. Salesforce has been going through a period of slower revenue growth. It's been going into those single digits, and now there is potentially some growth there, and investors are pretty excited. Still, there is a concern that customers are spending more money on artificial intelligence tools from startups rather than those big traditional vendors like Salesforce. They, of course, have a major growth bet like Agentforce, so some optimism there, but still, year to date, down more than 20%. So even today's optimism is not enough to get it anywhere close to gains.
All right, the next one you've got here is one of the first stocks I traded as a professional trader back in the 80s. JBHT, JB Hunt Trucking Company. Stock's ripping today.
It's not going back to the 80s, but it's the best intraday jump since 1998. It's up 18%. The ticker is JBHT. The transportation and logistic company reported third quarter earnings, and it's beating the average analyst estimate by a large margin. So the analysts were expecting $1.46. And what we got is $1.76. And the optimism about logistics is way beyond just the company. We're seeing Knight-Swift, Old Dominion, Saia, so many companies jumping off the news. And so far, it's been the best day in nearly 30 years. Stock is still down year to date despite the massive jump. The results are positive sign for the industry. It's obviously there have been quite a few years of weak shipping demand, excess trucking capacity. So we're perhaps seeing some of those issues being mitigated. And yeah, a lot of optimism from the industry. We saw so many upgrades today, Truist and many others.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.